Hello, hi Anjali.
Good afternoon, sir.
So, how's your experience been at IIT Kanpur so far?
It's great. Of course, everyone has to be consistent in everything, whatever they are doing.
Okay. So you meet bright people here, you talk to smart people, professors are good, they make you work hard.
Of course, sir, of course. Everyone is like, there is no Sundays, no
Okay.
days to leave. Yeah, we have to be consistent in our work, and that's what, for me, that's what research is. Yeah.
Okay. So you are in BSB actually,
No, sir, I'm in chemistry department.
chemistry department. Okay.
Yeah.
So actually, you know that we have this IIT PAL portal, which
Yes,
is
sir.
so
Yes, sir.
our focus there is trying to help the students who may not have access to, say, coaching institutes or who don't want to join coaching institutes. So, in your opinion, is it possible for them to prepare well for the exams and get ready for these exams? What is your opinion?
Like without coaching institute and all, if they have their basic clear, first of all, because that is the most important thing. Without having their basic clear about any subject or concept, whether it is chemistry, physics or maths, after that when they have their basic clear, they can, what they can have is like test themselves in a particular concept by solving mock tests regarding each chapter of that concept or subject. Uh, so I think that way they can also prepare well. But first priority will be to get their basic clear. I think for that, this IIT KPAL website will be great.
Okay. And should they refer to some books, NCERT, exemplar, or should they go beyond that? What is again, your opinion on that?
Yeah, first of all, NCERT is a great book because many of us, like, still if we read it again, even if we are doing a PhD, we'll see that there is a lot of concept they have talked in a single chapter. So that NCERT is a great book. But at the time when we are in our 11th or 12th, students generally go for other reference book and all because they think because they are very bulky and vast, they think that it will be much helpful.
Okay.
But yeah, for a student in 11th and 12th, I'll say that they can follow NCERT. So yeah, but if they are not getting clear particular concept, they can watch some video and all because this time YouTube have a lot of content,
Okay.
so they can get there. Yeah, basically by that also. But at the end, they have to solve mock test and all.
And your specialization is chemistry now.
Yes.
So, again, I like to think of chemistry as not one but three subjects.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes,
because
sir.
organic chemistry is a different beast than inorganic. Again,
Yes, sir.
physical chemistry is a completely different
Yes, sir.
beast. So, how should one prepare, say, for physical chemistry? What is your opinion? Because there are two parts. One part is to mug up something, and second part is to
Mm-hmm.
practice something. So, how does one divide between these 2 points in physical chemistry?
So in physical chemistry, when you are preparing your physical chemistry, I think physical chemistry is much more like your physics or maths, where you have to have one time you have to clear your concept, then you have to apply and solve. Like you don't have to mug up, but yeah, basically in any subject like physics and maths, we have to have a formula ready in our mind, at least the basic one where you can solve and then get the generalized formula. So that is the one thing that you have to remember before you try to solve something or try to attempt to solve any problem that you get in your exam. So basically, and other than, yeah, this is for physical chemistry. Other than that, if you are doing inorganic and all, I'll say that of course you have to read a lot of uh, like for inorganic, what I used to do was like I used to start my day with the inorganic first because when my mind is fresh in the morning part, I used to do inorganic notes to clear that, to have them in my mind. And then after that, when even if I am tired at the end of my day, I can solve problem for physical and all. But of course, when you are fresh and your mind is empty, you can start with the one which you have to mug up. So that's like that.
And in inorganic, what are the sort of, electrochemistry is the most important. What is the most important topic in your opinion?
Physical.
Sorry, in inorganic.
In inorganic, I think for 11th, 12th student, the periodic table that they get, and after that, yeah, S block, P block. The last actinides and other F block is not that much important, but for them, for S and P block are very much important. So the reactions and all, they have to know the basic, and also they have to know the concept, small thing that we have in chemistry, like this is the conceptual thing that you have to remember, that this is not following the general rule. So these elements will be different and like that. So those things you have to remember.
And as you said, inorganic chemistry has maybe a lot of stuff that you need to remember actually.
Okay. Yes.
How about organic chemistry? It is all organized. It is all, sort of follows rules. So it is very easy.
Yeah. So if I share my experience when I was in 11th and 12th, I used to be very fear. I used to have a lot of fear for organic. So that time, many of us have this approach that we just try to remember things like, okay, this will react with this will give me water plus some salt and all. But after that, when I was doing my master's and I was in my bachelor. So when I was pursuing chemistry, that time I just got this that in organic also it has some inside rules, like not everything will react by themselves. They have to have some pre-force which are compelling them to react, like they are having some lone pair or vacant shells that they will fill each other and have their octet fulfill, and then they will have some salt which is more stable than. So that is the things that we as a 12th or 11th student, we just keep that aside, and we just are more focused onto the product side, but we don't get actually what is happening there. So for any student, if they get the concept, like what is actually the driving force between the reaction, I think that will be much more helpful for them to actually get the mechanism of that each reaction. So for organic, when I was in my master, I actually read 2-3 books. Mm-hmm. And that time it was very much helpful to write any mechanism for each reaction.
And what were these books? Morrison and Boyd?
Yeah, that one is there. One is the Bruce. That is very much simpler book. I think one should start with if you are doing a master in chemistry.
Okay. Because Morrison and Boyd is a big, thick book actually.
Very. Yes, sir. So, but this Bruce book is one which is very, I think, self-read book. Okay. I have also done that, and it is very much helpful for each student.
Okay, great. Yeah. So, what is your, in terms of 3 subjects: chemistry, math, and physics? Yeah. So, which one troubled you the most, and how did you handle that one?
So, I think chemistry was obviously I was more interested in chemistry, and it was easier for me. But yeah, maths is actually something which everyone tries, that they know the concept, but when you are solving JEE questions for them, for me it was tough. Okay. Yeah, so I used to. Yeah, I also have given JEE, although I have not pursued it. I have other direction in my career that time, but yeah, I have given JEE, and that time also I was more focused in physics and chemistry, not in maths. Yeah.
And what makes maths tough? Is it concepts are too intricate? Why do you think maths is tough?
Yeah, because when I am giving my exams for 11th or 12th board, that time it's all good, like any question that you are solving for your NCERT books and you are giving your exam, your board exam, you are scoring good. But when you are solving the JEE questions, you are much more stuck in either you are having a lengthy question, you will think like that you are wasting a lot of time in a single question like that. So when I was actually, I also didn't took any kind of coaching for JEE. So my other friend who were preparing for this, so I used to talk to them, and they were more focused to some tricks and tactics to solve those problems, which I actually was totally not aware of. So yeah, so I think when a student feel like a particular question is taking a lot of time, they just try to avoid it, and they are more focused to solve other, which are more like quicker than to solve.
And within chemistry, which area is your most favorite? Which one do you really like?
So I was more like physical is my favorite one. So inorganic is obviously the more you read, the more you try to memorize, it will be very much scoring like inorganic. Organic is also something, if you have read the concept, if you have tried to solve that, and you understood the mechanism and all, then you will be much more in the your hand will be much more easier to solve the mechanism and get the product and all.
Okay.
For physical, yeah, of course, it was like I said, in physics we have concept and then you try, then you it's something which you will remember for a lot of time, and you, even if you don't revise it like inorganic and organic in your daily basis, you will actually have it in your mind.
For example, Avogadro's principle will remain the same. You
Yes,
can
sir.
almost never forget.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And what problem are you trying to solve in your PhD thesis? What are you trying to do?
So currently I am in theoretical and computational chemistry. So I'm pursuing that, and
Using supercomputer?
yes, sir. So
Wow.
I'm using HPC facilities and all in our IIT Kanpur that we have. So I'm solving basically spectroscopic, I'm applying spectroscopic techniques in different system that I have to simulate, and I'm solving those. And I'm actually I also have this, like, we divide into clusters, a big system into clusters, and then we study them, and then we get some spectroscopic result like IR, Raman and all. And then we like compare the result and all with the experimental paper also.
Okay. So people who know chemistry would probably make sense of what you said. People who don't will probably think it's a lot of jargon. Okay, great. It's been so nice talking to you, Anjali. We'll probably catch up again, and we will also enroll you as a mentor to help out other students, so you can continue to help other students. Thank you so much.